Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, I woke up to some nice free stuff. And an update that is pretty sick. So let's get over. So first and foremost, we got 4 of these, and I'm assuming I'm not getting anything. But hey, let's just disco lights. That's what we're getting. More disco lights. Can we get something? Ooh, Phillips. Not necessarily what I need, but I could use it. We got 3 more. Unfortunately, it doesn't add to the count, so that's pretty bad. But either way, free stuff is free stuff, right? Let's get it. Ooh, a Maria. That would be grand as straight A. Give me something. Tanya or Flusses? Can't remember. It was Tanya. This game is definitely telling me to make a Tanya. Put something in the chat if you want me to make one. Evan, like I've had so many of those broken already because I have this thing maxed out. Ew, Kersey. Really, one more ticket. Can we get something that, well, just give me anything. I don't care what it is. Ooh, Louisa. And nothing. Alright. But we still got 20 of these. They just give like 2 other tickets. Just clicking this is just... Okay, maybe it's good. Ew, a character that nobody plays, Rejito. Or at least I'm assuming nobody plays the dude. Oh, we're actually getting more out of these singles than Creation. Oh, it's Eskers. Nice. I probably don't even have it. Which is nice because I could still use the do for Eclipse. Oos and Nyla, aka KFC. And the game just tells me, like, you had enough. You had enough of this. This video will be 2 hours long because we're pulling all sorts of things on the mic. There you go. Zafiru and his Bezut. In my opinion. Can we get some more? Haven't seen a purple yet. I don't want to be greedy as Ricardo's. Can I get at least one more? One more? Game says, nope. That is Lumen. Well, always worth the upgrade, I guess. Nope. Game says you're not getting it. 3 more. Can I get 1 item? Okay. There it is. Ooh, Kexel. We're gonna destroy that straight away. Even though he might get buffed in the next patches. I do not care about this dude. I'm sorry, I don't. But ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the hot stuff. Balance adjustment. Once again, Cleo and Shamilla got in there, and little spoiler alert, they said something about buffing the Nicky, which is one of my personal favorites, even though she's trash currently, and a Kexel. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But let's get on to Cleo. So what Vespa is doing mainly is transferring things that were usually into the TP skills and then put it into the skills and add new TP stuff. So they also did the same to Cleo and Shamilla. So let's check it out. So Fire Needle skill. The dark was previously applied to the skill, which says inflicting stun on the target for 1 second each hit. Okay, so that's a 5-second stun for free. If the target is a non-hero, deals additional magical damage per ember stack. Now this seems great and all, but the additional damage per ember stack, on which you can get 12 of, it only gives you about 1% extra damage. So I'm not quite sure how they thought of this or how this is actually going to play out, but it doesn't seem to be like a whole lot of damage. The stun, however, seems pretty interesting. As for the S2 skill, same thing. The dark effect is now applied. If the target is not a hero, deals additional damage, usual and additional damage per ember stack, inflicts 12 ember stacks on the hit target. So you basically get all that she needs in one singular skill. Give yourself 12 ember stacks for no apparent reason, and this comes up to something greater. But the S3, which is her main AoE damaging skill, if the target is a non-hero, it deals additional damage per ember stack. And for what it seems, it had the same low-end value that gives you 1% extra damage for what it seems. I do not, however, know whether they multiply differently or whether this is really good. So Cleo mains, please put something down into the comments. Let me know if your damage skyrocketed after this. But then the S4 previous Transcendence perk will be applied to stacked up to 12 times upon hitting an enemy with max number of stacks. You will recover mana. So this is something on which you don't need any of the TP perks on, unless you look at the Transcendence perk changes. So the S1, some of the effects of this S1 will be applied. Change the target to the enemy with the highest attack. Now this sounds PvP. There is one dude on the EU that plays it that I still know of. But either way, I'm not quite sure whether you want to have the UT1 over the UT3. As the S2, after reduces cooldown by 10% per each enemy hit. Now this could be interesting, I guess, but I'm not that much of a fan of it. As the S4 reduces the target's magical defense by 2.5% per each amber stack. Magical defense down is one of the most insane things that you can come across anywhere. I'm assuming now Cleo mains will do guild conquest all day, any day. Right? All day, any day. Because this is a free 30% magical defense down by just pressing one single skill. That is nasty. On the unique weapon, we got an addition to attack speed at 200. I'm assuming, but the 200 is on base, so you get 500 extra attack speed on a Cleo. For what? I do not know. I really don't. But I don't think in a general sense this will be good for PvE, but better for PvP. Could be wrong, however. As for the unique treasure, each hit reduces the target's mana by 100 upon each use, increases damage by 10%. This effect can be stacked up to 10 times. Now this could seem like something interesting in terms of bossing, but yeah, you mainly spam the S1. But they said they were overall going to increase her single target capacity, so that could be good. However, in long PvP fights, spamming S1s for no apparent reason seems like a pretty solid thing. Because the fire needle is a 5 seconds cooldown. So stacking this up into PvP up on 10 times, it feels like you could do it, but I don't think you'll do that ever nowadays in PvP. But then look at this all the text. We got baby Shamilla in the building, and there's so much to talk about. And I'm probably not even the guy that's supposed to be talking about her because I know very little about her. But let's try and dissect. The battle position will be changed from center to rear and changes all ranges. So used to be that she's in the middle, where my king can pull her in and hurt her really bad. We don't get to do that anymore, which also means that the necessity of me having a good jumper will increase even further. I do not like that, but for you PvP mains, oh, this is looking good. The Curse of Petrification attacks 2 enemies, dealing magical damage and inflicting irremovable Curse of Petrification. So you get a double stun. It doesn't say which 2 heroes, it doesn't say whether it's random, but I'm assuming it's the front line. S2, the Dark, the effect of the previous Transcendence perk will be applied to the skill. Attacks an enemy, dispelling positive effects from the target. Okay. Now please do note, if you have that Vessel of Curses, that is not 1 target but 4, so you can get multiple dispels in there. So it will basically be a free dispel with no TPs used. But then the Vessel of Curses, at the beginning of each battle for 10 seconds, obtain it, create a shield that cannot be cancelled. Okay. And absorbs damage for the duration of the shield, gains CC immunity upon activation, blah 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 blah. Okay. Once again, depending on the effects for the previous Light Transcendence perk, the shield basic percentage will be increased. Awesome. So the effect of the previous Transcendence perk will be applied to the skill. Some of the effects of the previous S3 will be applied as well. So you don't even need the UT. Either way, at the beginning of each battle or whenever a self kills an enemy. So this is Lucicio basically, right? But this already was the case. You gain CC accuracy by 400. Okay, so you actually get to stun people at a 40% range up on Chakma Sonya's Rebel clauses, so that seems pretty interesting. But then the Transcendence perks, the S1 Dark reduces the enemy's mana by not 500 but 1,000. Mana burn is something obnoxious and I really don't like facing it, but whether it's really something that you want to do on Shamilla, I'm not quite sure. But now that most of these Transcendence perks got transferred over to the skills, you might have room to actually do this. Curse of Time after change the target to the enemy with the highest attack. She could have an option where you could check out the highest attacker, but now with the TM skills, and if people really do min max their characters, having yourself this single option where you can deal damage to the highest attacker will mainly go to characters that you don't even want. As for the S4, reduces damage taken by 30% when not owning the Vessel of Curses. So she's becoming a little bit more tanky. I'm not sure whether this is good or not, but the shield increase by 80% seemed like a whole lot better. I'm not quite sure. Vessel of Curses Darkness and now can be dispelled. Shield increases by 100%. So you can basically make two different perk pages where you can go one or the other depending on what type of team you face. As for the unique treasure, damage is increased by 20%. Gain a stack of Vessel of Curses upon killing an enemy. Well, that's great. Increases damage by 20% and continuous damage becomes irremovable. So this is interesting. So what is super interesting is it used to be that you can only kill enemies with the S3, with the UT3, and you gain another shield. Now it's just, oh, if you kill somebody, you get shield. That is nasty. That is a Lucicio type of BS. But now the continuous damage, which could be about 80% of the damage, normally will not be removable. So the UT3 seems really potent. So the changes to the UT4 are quite interesting because now the defense boost is quite interesting, but it is more interesting for another reason. The Vessel of Curses gained reduces cooldown on self of all skills by 12%. This goes up accordingly to 30%. Now, the fact that you could kill multiple people with just a singular skill is ridiculous, right? And it used to be only that the S3 will reset the Vessel of Curses, but now everything does. So this seems like a pretty decent UT. I'm not sure if it is going to be better than the UT3, because this is where most of the damage is coming from. But looking at the fact that there's an irremovable defense boost, you could make her tanky, you could make her spammy, you could make her more of an interrupting kind of character. I'm not sure whether bar Shamillas will be the thing or that we're gonna see Shamillas that will just do pew 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 pew. Lots of different skills. But we're not done with this wall of text yet. Because the soul weapon condition changed from 20 seconds to 18. Now within PvP, at least League of Honor, this is definitely doable. But the skill requirement says, dispel negative effects from self and summon the wings of corruption, inflicting curse of bloody bloody blah, and granting a Vessel of Curses upon self. So assume that you are having all of your skills on cooldown, you pop the soul weapon, with the UT4, you get yourself more skills, you can get yourself more things that you can shoot. That is broke. Reduces the magical defense of the enemies and the heal rate by 50% for free. You're seeing it here live. Like, I'm even assuming that I want to make this girl, man. Oh, man. And the advancement 1 reduces skill requirements by 2 out of 5 seconds. So instead of the 18 seconds, this thing will take 30. What? Yo, this is broken. Stop. She will be so interesting to make. I'm even thinking about making her. This is I was not ready for this. But then Curse of Apollos becomes irremovable, and the enemy afflicted with it will have their mana reduced by 300 every second. Okay, mana rate reductions, pew pew pews, a lot of stuff. Damage increases, potential on spammable skills. This girl seems crazy, but whether she's really that good, I'd like to ask a few people in the chat. How good is Shamilla now? Let me know down below into the comments. And you thought it was ready? No, we got this big wall of text left that we got to talk about. First of all, Swimsuit Costume 2nd edition. And my chain's got something very interesting. Because if you look at this unique weapon, which is currently the one that's on the Relaxing Day of Chase, this one used to be the best one. But now this one. Ooh! Yo, it fits the Halloween outfit ridiculously. Look at this purple stuff and look at this purple stuff at the back. Ew, I need to get this one. The overall outfit is pretty fine, but I would not pick it myself. I like the Halloween outfit way more. Did he just pull a ring out of his pants? And knowing that I have the 50k Ruby outfit for his soul, it doesn't change the fact that this one, ew, this is nasty. Yo, I want to buy this too. So many rubies will be consumed. Isolde is still, in terms of looks, one of my most favorite characters. The only downside is she is pretty trash in the game. But one thing, assuming that did change, is the fact that the skills on Shamilla look a little bit different, and my god, they look fantastic. These ones look quite the same, but the S3, it did look different from what it was before. And the League of Honor preseason will be open from May 9th. And there will be some changes into the rewards. And this is absolutely crazy because I see this game mode being played way more often now that the changes of the rewards are there, and they're no joke. Because when I look at these, we get even more items. We didn't even used to get any unique weapon fragments, unique treasure fragments, not even a soul weapon. Playing League of Honor now is, oh man, I'm liking this so much. And with the addition to this, the Insignia of Honor will always get you at least one glaring costume if you are attending the Royal Master Club. But that is not all, ladies and gentlemen. Now you got Honor of Metal Shop, and I'm glad that I got so many of these stickers, because you can get yourself 200 frags of unique treasure, unique weapons, dazzling ethers, the red ethers for 100, and you can get this stuff every single week. So within 4 weeks you will have this. So the lack of red ethers that I had will be negated. It will be crazy to look at this currently. We even get reforged stickers extra, which we always need some of. But the best thing, soul weapon rearranged tickets, 5 every single week. Now if you want to really min-max your characters, get that 2020 buff, oh, that will be sick. But if you do want to say, oh, I want to buy all of these potions, like how many are these? Oh man, this is too much. But here you go. Once again, this has been changed for the better. You can get protections of the God King, normal artifact tickets, soul weapon rearranged tickets. So imagine that you're winning yourself those 4k points. You can get 100 of these. Getting yourself a maxed out character is not of the wailing kind anymore. Well, kind of, but still. Oh. So I am super excited for all of these buffs, because it means that if you want to get the maximum drops, people will have to play their tickets, which means that this is the incentive for people to play League of Honor more and more. And that also makes it so that the rankings will shift here and there, and oh man, getting into top 100 will probably be even harder for me. But one thing that does get into addition, this way there won't be that many lane climbers anymore, because this really gives you an incentive to play League of Honor. Another thing that got added into the piece of memory is the Shockman story. Now I've already seen this, but the biggest question was, what do you get from here? You get a unique gear ticket, a Shockman. Great. We always like that, but you also get reforged tickets. Yes, I like that too. But now to something I would say is very amazing, because I started this project on getting all the heroes to T5 and I got them. But afterward, I even went for maximum affinity. And this, my guys, is what maximum affinity means. If you have maximum affinity, you now get a unique weapon of whatever the hell. You can get artifact pieces, and the roulette even changed, because right now there's even a chance for you to get yourself a 5-star hero ticket for absolutely no reason. You got unique weapon fragments, you got some reforged tickets in there. Did I say you cannot get enough of reforged tickets? Oh, that is trash. But in terms of luck, it still needs you to get a little something. The only downside is the hearts that I used to get are getting a little bit lower. So if you click on one of these heroes and you start a friendship conversation, get maximum affinity, you can get some freebies. So in my case, I'm glad I started this for absolutely no reason. But here we are. Another major change that that made the game is now you have options to do all of these every day. So for a newer player, fragment dungeons, skill book dungeons, exp dungeons, a gold dungeon, you don't have to pick anymore. You can just play and get more. But if you get Nicky, instead of having 2 tickets for all of these, you get 3. So this makes Nicky the highly most valuable character to any account. I'm not joking. This is about the best NPC that you can get, because gold is always necessary. Like, even me that has an infinite amount of gold, this is still useful as balls. And another change that got made, which is pointed at the newer players in particular, is the Tower of Ordeals, which means that, hey, getting Fragments of Infinity, super easy. But with that, if you go all the way up here, you get more fragments of each type, which means maxing out your characters. Now that you can also get them very fast into the heroine, this is absolutely crazy. And once you get up to the highest floors, oh, look at that, there's a lot of these. You can do this every single week, so definitely useful. And another slight change that got added, improvement to the soul judgment. So if you go to King and rub his nipples, you can now get some shining ethers, dazzling ethers, and even brilliant ethers. And before you would only get 1, now you can get a lot. 3 things that got added to the raid shop, and I'm actually super excited about this for one particular reason, because now I don't have to really grind any of these items. You might say, why this legendary Stardust, right? Why get this many? Like, it seems very useless. Well, one thing you could do is just say, oh, I need a little bit of gold. So you can transfer all of these dragon thingies over to gold. But the main use of these items is making NPC. But the main use of these items, if you go to the Uno shop and you decide, oh, I want this NPC, thank you very much, then you can still allow yourself to craft them with just a little bit of these things. But then for another big wall of text, and I'm not even sure if you guys can read it, and then for another big wall of text, improvements to accumulated login rewards. The overall accumulated login days will be shortened. We will be removing some of the old rewards. Yeah, so I actually got something nasty out of it. That was really great. But now, if I look at the, I don't even know who's at there, but you can actually get a soulstone ticket, event artifact ticket. You can get another event artifact ticket for playing 1400 days. So this actually seems really interesting to get this many days. And some of these hot times got changed as well, which means you can get even more Reforged stickers during the week. I only care about Reforged stickers. Like, Reforged stickers to me is the cocaine of King's Raid. You're like, give me more. So not to make this video any longer, because I've already been rambling way too much. Let me know what you guys think about the newest update. Put it down into the comments. If you like this one, make sure to like and sub if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.